Welcome to Alpha Insights. I'm Riley. Today markets are open and we're unpacking the recent pullback in Mercado Libre and what it means for investors. Joining me is Tom, our market commentator. Remember, if you have questions as we go, you can ask us at stockalpha.ai.
Thanks, Riley. Good to be here.
Tom, give us the quick headline. What is Mercado Libre these days?
Mercado Libre is basically the biggest e-commerce marketplace across Latin America, and they run a fast-growing fintech arm called Mercado Pago. So they combine a marketplace, logistics, and payments. Think of it as a commerce platform plus a finance stack for buyers and sellers.
And the stock pulled back after the latest quarter. Where does the story stand right now?
Right now, the stock is trading around $1,670. Revenue is still growing strongly. Revenue in the fourth quarter was up north of 40% year over year. But earnings missed expectations, and that miss is what's driving the volatility.
So strong top line, weaker bottom line. What caused the earnings shortfall?
A few things. Higher fulfillment and logistics spending, more promotions to win customers, and wider credit provisioning in the fintech arm. That mix compressed margins. Analysts expected a bit more profit improvement, so the EPS miss stung sentiment. I mean, when you look at the data, the top line growth is real. Marketplace GMV and payment volumes at Mercado Pago keep accelerating. But scaling logistics is expensive, and payments require float and capital to underwrite loans.
Give us the valuation picture. Is the stock still pricey after the pullback?
The forward price-to-earnings multiple is about 32 times. Historically, it has traded both higher and lower, but right now, multiples are elevated compared to many internet retail peers. Analysts' mean target is still well above the current price, though some targets were trimmed after the quarter.
So there's optimism on the street, but it's been pared back. What are the upside and downside scenarios here?
Bull case. Continued double-digit revenue growth, better monetization in payments and ads, and gradual margin recovery as logistics scale. That could re-rate the stock materially. Bear case. Margins stay under pressure, macro or currency headwinds in key countries hurt demand, or credit losses widen. In that case, multiples compress and the stock suffers.
Right.
Key things to watch next. Merchant adoption metrics. How much revenue Mercado Pago is generating and whether its margins improve, plus regional macro and FX moves. The next quarterly report is expected in early May and should clarify direction.
Short-term traders are watching technical levels too, right?
Yes, there's resistance around $1,800 and $2,200, and support roughly at $1,600 and $1,350. Momentum indicators show the stock can be oversold in the short run, but you want buy signals with volume. And the real question here is whether you prioritize near-term margin clarity or long-term market penetration. Analysts remain constructive on the medium term, but execution and macro risks create near-term volatility.
Interesting.
Honestly, I was a bit surprised by how quickly sentiment shifted after the EPS miss. It shows how sensitive high-growth names are when margins wobble.
Quick reactions. What should listeners be tracking right away?
Track user growth and payment volumes, Mercado Pago take rates and provisioning trends, logistics unit costs, and any analyst updates after mid-March coverage. And watch Brazil and Argentina macro headlines.
Before we go, give listeners 2 or 3 takeaways they can remember.
Sure. 1. Growth is intact. Revenue and payments are expanding quickly. 2. Margins are the key variable. Logistics and credit costs are driving near-term uncertainty. 3. Valuation is elevated relative to peers, so the stock is sensitive to execution and macro surprises.
Great, thanks Tom. If you have questions about anything we discussed today, you can ask us directly at stockalpha.ai. We answer listener questions live. And for more market insights, head over to stockalpha.ai. Thanks for listening to Alpha Insights.